With a cheerful greeting, mathematics teacher Ella Shafka enters a class of orphaned children keen to learn. She teaches more than 300 in this camp in Khan Yunis, one or both of their parents killed or missing in Israel's war on Gaza. Ella links mathematics to real-world applications, but their lives are far from normal, especially since October the 7th.
We were displaced due to this tough war. We left Rafah and ended up in this orphans camp after I had lost my father. Now I am living and studying here. Today we're trying to learn and remember what we studied before the war, which destroyed our future dreams.
In Ella's makeshift classroom, the children endure despite their loss. The tragedies they face are mirrored in her own life. Her husband and 3 children were killed when the Israelis shelled their home during the war.
I have suffered a lot in this war. Despite my grave loss, I'm doing my best to get back on my feet again, to raise my 3-year-old daughter who had survived the airstrike. Mathematics is not only a passion, but a profession and a patriotic responsibility. I'm teaching the orphan children despite the harsh living conditions, lack of food and water, and widespread disease.
While these traumatized children survived, almost 10,000 registered students have been killed along with hundreds of teachers and staff. As children across the world enter a new academic year, schools in Gaza hit the headlines for other reasons. Israeli targeting left the educational infrastructure in ruins. The UN says around 85% of schools are damaged or destroyed. Those barely left standing are being used as displacement shelters, and even those are in Israeli crosshairs. And 88,000 older students will miss out on further studies after all 12 of Gaza's universities were destroyed. In Khan Yunis, the children work in small groups, solving numerical problems. Plastic sheeting instead of walls provide little security. All these pupils can do is focus on their subject to mentally block their reality.
I study at Al Baraka Camp for Orphans. We are defying all odds and adamant to march forward, despite the hard living conditions under the war.
Ella continues with her lessons, knowing children have the right to education. But in a war waged by adults, it's the children who are bearing the brunt. Laura Khan, Al Jazeera.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.